Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Every Day's a Train Wreck. And you probably have seen on social media, on our Instagram at The Party Goddess, that we have been massively promoting our interview with Joe Exotic of Tiger King. And I am just amazed at how so many people know of Tiger King. And I think it might be because of the pandemic. It became everybody's guilty little pleasure. And my goodness, to this day, everybody is still obsessed with the Joe Exotic Tiger King story. So we thought we would try to outdo ourselves and continue the conversation. So with us is John Reinke. Many of you will know him from the show. I like to say he stayed out of the drama a lot. Then he was still a big advocate for Joe and a big advocate for the animals. But, you know, as far as I know, nobody accused him of trying to murder them or anything else. And so, John, welcome to the show. And catch everybody up kind of on what your role was during the whole Tiger King saga and kind of bring us towards today. So, because as I say, it's been a few years, thank God, since that pandemic.
It has been a few years. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but it has.
Mm-hmm.
My name's John Reinke. I was the actual park manager. I took care of all the animals and babysit all the employees at the zoo, the world famous GW Zoo. Joe Exotic, he did a lot of videoing and social media and took care of all that. He was the main guy there. But I'm the one that actually took care of the animals, made sure the staff stayed safe.
You scoop the poop. Well, a lot of time I say with my employees, like it's like one of the girls on my team, her title is, I think, like cat herder and wrangler of one wayward entrepreneur, of course, which would be me. But that's how kind of I think of it. It's just always sort of cat herding when you've got people and staff. And I love that you actually did that at a real zoo. So that comes right home with us. And so tell us about that time. First of all, how long were you actually running the zoo?
I was actually manager for 14 years then.
Wow.
I was manager up until the time I left when Joe left. I did everything. I wouldn't ask my employees to do anything I wouldn't do. So if it required feeding cats, I fed cats. If it required scooping poop, I scooped poop too. So.
And how did you get in? How did you hook up? Like, did Joe put out an ad said, zoo manager wanted? Did you meet him in a bar? Like, how would one come across Joe Exotic in the wild? I should say.
Yeah, you'd have to come across Joe Exotic in the wild. That's for sure. I was actually on vacation and we went to a drive-through animal safari that was close to Joe.
Yeah.
And as we were leaving, there's a big billboard that says, "Come see the tigers at the GW Zoo."
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, the kids wanted to go. So I said, you know what? We'll stop by. They probably got 2 or 3 tigers.
Yeah.
And then we'll go on to Oklahoma City and have a good time.
Yeah.
And I stopped by there and was just overwhelmed. I couldn't believe how big the facility was. I couldn't believe how many cats were there. And of all things, I fell in love with a grizzly bear they had there named Ozzy.
What?
And this grizzly bear was so cool. And he loved Twinkies and Chico sticks. I don't know if anybody remembers the old Chico sticks, but this grizzly
what
bear.
What are Chico sticks? What are Chico sticks?
It's like a coconut banana peanut butter type little round stick. Used to eat them when we were younger, but you got the older, the younger generation don't know. Us older ones do, but
yeah,
he loved them. So I started just coming back to the zoo on the weekend and checking it out, and then ended up just starting to volunteer. There's a few things they needed, so I come up with a few things that they wanted, and then I just kept coming back every weekend and just volunteering to clean, and I would bring cleaning supplies and meat, and I bring all kinds of stuff, and it turned into a manager's job. The weekends turned into a week or two, and then a week or two turned into 14 years.
And that's a great business lesson for all of us is, probably if you had, quote, applied or sent an email or a direct message or whatever we were doing in those days, Joe would have never gotten it. But you just stopped by and kind of pitch in. It's amazing how you become indispensable. And then somebody's like, no, like you can't leave. Well, give us some, like kind of paint the picture. How many cats when you started approximately were there?
During my time of management, at one time we had 236 large cats.
What?
Now, what I call a large cat and what Carol calls a large cat are two different things.
And we're talking about Carol Baskin, just so in case anybody wants to know. Okay, got it. We're talking about Carol Baskin. Got it.
My cats were mountain lion up. She counts servals, caracals, bobcats, and I'm not counting those. We had 236 or 237 at one time large cats.
And they so as I say, they weren't the little guys. These were the big
They
boys.
were not. They were.
And how much, I mean, I've had two teenage boys. One's still a teenager technically. And I mean, Lord have mercy, that kid is skinny as a rail, but he can pound it. How much do each of these cats eat a day?
It just varies per cat, but usually the adult cats, the ones that are 350, 450 pounds, would eat anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds every day.
Okay, so if you think of like an 8-ounce steak that we're going to have for dinner, that is the equivalent of 20 to 30 of those a day.
Correct.
Well, how?
Yeah.
I mean, thank God there weren't tariffs or wherever we get our meat these days. But I mean, Lord have mercy. Where do you call the butcher and say I'm feeding my whatever bobcat or whatever, bobcat and bigger? Where does the meat come from? Or are you shooting and what kind of meat is it? Is it cows? Is it giraffe? Is it whatever?
Whatever. Joe would reach out on social media. If we had a farmer that had a cow go down, we'd go get it and we'd butcher it. It's big horse country over there. If they have a racehorse that passes away in the middle of the night or something like that, they would bring it to us. We'd cut it up, feed it. But the
circle of life.
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah. But the main feeding program was through Walmart. They would donate all the expired meat, and we would go through it and see the meat that they could eat. Yeah, yeah.
Did we even know that on Tiger King at Walmart?
Oh yeah, because we got accused of eating out of the back of the meat truck, and during the pizza scene. The pizza scene, they said we got that out of the back of a meat truck, and
Oh right, I did forget about it.
I tell everybody the first 7 episodes was 98% accurate, and the 2% is they say we got that pizza out of the back of a meat truck. That's the part that's wrong.
Where'd the pizza come from?
That all came from Oklahoma City from a supplier.
Okay,
none of that come off the back of a meat truck.
And just out of curiosity, how did the Oklahoma City supplier end up delivering getting the pizza involved?
Joe decided he wanted a pizza place there, and we've got a couple other friends that have facilities, and they've tried it, and it worked out really good for them. So there's a place down at Pilot Point that had a pizza place. So Joe says, I want one. So he built the building, and voila, we got a pizza place. So
okay, wait a second. Okay, pause.
Yeah.
Joe said he wanted to try, so that Joe could eat pizza for dinner, so that people who came to see the sanctuary could order pizza while they're walking, so you could feed pizza. Like, can you clarify a little bit here?
Exactly. He was always trying to stay a step ahead of everybody to make money. He's always, anything he did, he wanted to try and make money from. So we put garage doors all the way down one side so we could roll the doors up. You can sit there and eat pizza and watch the tigers right there beside you.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's just more of a tourist attraction, trying to get people, because there's nothing around us to eat at the GW Zoo. There was nothing there to eat. You had to travel to eat. So he decided to offer that for people to buy pizzas.
Okay, well, listen to me. I mean, Joe, he doesn't switch to my team here, but Joe is a lean man. I mean, he doesn't look like he's got a beer gut and like he's pounding pizzas. How does he? I mean, is it just because he never stops? Okay.
He never stops.
Did he actually stop to eat a pizza or no?
He would actually every now and then stop and eat pizza. We'd take a break and catch up. But you got to remember, we ran a zoo. We worked 20 hours a day, believe it or not. I never stopped. He never stopped.
Well, I do believe it. I mean, I'm building a ranch right now and caring for some animals that have, nothing like what you're doing. And I'm telling you, I mean, just out there shoveling poop and putting it in the garden and the compost. I'm like, oh, kill me now. My muscles hurt so badly. And I wasn't doing it for 20 hours a day. And I sure as hell wasn't doing it for 200, whatever giant cats. So so how much time a day would you spend? Well, of those 14 years, it sounds like you were with Joe all the time, right?
Most of the time, yeah. It ultimately cost me a marriage because I never went home. It seemed like every time I went home, something bad would happen. If something bad was going to happen, it's when I went home, I promise you.
Well, how far away did you live?
I lived an hour and a half away.
So,
and
I
very rarely got to go home.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I can imagine Joe would be very compelling about, no, please, John. Okay. So you started on the weekends, kind of helping out and with the cleaning supplies and stuff. And then how long did it take before it became like a more regular, like you're now there kind of maybe not every day, but consistently during the week?
I think I volunteered for 3 months. And then Joe was, at that time he did magic out on the show to help promote the zoo. It introduced people to baby tigers and stuff. Yeah. Big magic. Oh, yeah.
That's where some of the amazing photos have come from, is Joe and his magic gear.
Yes. Well, he had a manager there, and the manager was pretty self-centered, selfish. He felt threatened from me volunteering there. So me and him got crossways. Right. And I left. And I just messaged Joe while he's on the road. I said, look, me and your manager's not seeing eye to eye. I says, I can do so much to help you, but I can't if he doesn't let me. Yeah. So I won't be back until you're back in town. He sent me a message, said, that's fine. Talk to my mom. So I talked to his mom, let her know what was going on.
Joe's mom.
Yeah. And it wasn't 3 days later, Joe called me and said that.
And what did he say? My mom has come back?
He says, I don't have a manager. The manager left in the middle of the night and he took everything with him. He took all the cash, all the tools. He said, I need help. So I went back and sure enough, I got back. He took all the hand tools, the saws, everything that they had.
Why? Was he like starting a constructor? Was he going to be a handyman or what the hell was he doing?
If he just, I don't know how bad he felt threatened by me because the staff respected me more than they did him.
Yeah.
But the more that I did, the more we found out what he was doing. So he was actually taking money during the week when he did the meat truck. Ultimately, I had to end up doing the meat truck. I did the meat truck, and I got back 7 hours quicker than he did doing the meat truck.
There's so much unpacked there. Okay, what's involved in, quote, doing the meat truck? I mean, we've separated the pizza from the meat truck, but now, so you got to feed each cat 20 to 30 steaks a day. So you got the meat truck. So how often during the week is the meat truck being managed? Or
the meat truck actually was a big refrigerated truck, and we went to each Walmart in Oklahoma City. We had like 23 Walmarts, and we went to each Walmart and picked up the meat. We'd swap them out barrels with clean barrels. So you just go Walmart to Walmart picking up meat and come back to the zoo, and then we sort the meat, and that's what we fed the cats.
You would do that every day, 5 days,
every week.
3 days?
Every week I did it. I did it 2 days a week, every week.
Oh my! And
because ultimately the other manager was the meat truck driver, so I had to become the meat truck driver, and that's when I got introduced to being a manager. I came back.
What?
I did the route. Come to find out, he was charging more money for gas than what he was getting. He was doing all this running around in Oklahoma City during the day and getting haircuts and stuff like that, charging Joe for it.
That's why you got to have the employees and team on the GPS tracking. Yeah, that's exactly what you find. Otherwise, you find out. Exactly. I know. I learned the hard way myself. So I can imagine 7 hours. So holy cow. Yeah, because you were probably just like, listen, let's get this meat in and out.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, you're not. Let's get back to because that's where you wanted to be, was with the animals, probably.
Yes. I showed up at 1:00 in the afternoon and they all said, what's the matter? What'd you forget? I said, I'm done. And they said, there's no way you're done. The other guy wouldn't be back until 8:00 at night. And they would have to stay up all night doing the meat truck because it all had to be sorted right there. Oh, yeah. So the staff was like, oh, my God, you're our Messiah. You're back at 1:00. We're going to be out of here by 6.
Okay, so what's involved in sorting meat? for Tiger King.
When Walmart would save the meat, it would be more than just beef and chicken. It would be bologna, sausages, and you can't feed none of that to the cat. So we actually would just sort.
Oh,
So
okay.
we would throw away the bologna and the sausages and keep the meat, chicken, stuff like that.
Okay, now I don't know enough about big cats, but I mean they sort of they're out there in the wild. It seems like eating whatever. I mean, Lord knows bears are in the trash cans over here in Pasadena. So why can they not eat bologna and sausage?
We shouldn't even eat bologna and sausage. We just do
Well,
because it tastes.
dude, I know, but I got a Polish father who would eat bologna sandwiches morning, noon, and night if he could. But
I love it. I love it. But unfortunately, cats can't eat that. They need raw meat, raw stuff.
well, there you go. So was that a Joe mandate, or just kind of everybody in the wild? No, you just don't give them any.
That's a USDA mandate.
That's a USDA mandate. You don't feed your big cats bologna.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that should be something for life. Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
No bologna. All right, so you do the meat truck twice a week. How many Walmarts and stops are you making?
I think I had 23 Walmarts at that time.
So you would stop at 23 Walmarts a day. Okay.
Yes.
Now, like, not to touch on a sensitive subject, but it is out there. You had a zip line accident, right?
I did. When I was 28 years old.
Okay, so you do not have two legs.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So all these yo-yos out here in the world who say they're too tired to get a job, or me, I'm too tired to scoop my poop. You're doing this legless.
Correct.
Basically, and you are still cutting 7 hours or whatever off of this guy's meat run.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to slow down. You slow down, you die. Ultimately, they wanted me in a wheelchair, and the wheelchair was not my thing. I hated it. And when I first started at the zoo, I had 2 legs. I had 2 feet, but they were put back together, and the doctors were begging me to get in a wheelchair, and I wouldn't do it. So
why were they begging you to get in a wheelchair?
Because they knew that they didn't want to cut them off. I wanted them cut off after 15, 20 surgeries. It's time to get rid of something. And they refused to do it. They said, get in a wheelchair, live your life, and this is what it's going to be like. And I said, no, I'm not. So I learned how to walk on my feet, not being able to feel them. And ultimately, they give me bone infections. So I had the first leg cut off and went to the zoo, enjoyed the zoo. It kept me busy.
Yeah.
And ultimately, being on it 20 hours a day cost me my other leg while I was at the zoo. So I lost my other foot while at the zoo. I got real bad sick on a July 4th weekend of all weekends when Joe needed me. I got real bad sick and had to go to the hospital, and I gave that one up too. So 2 years later, I'm back to work, baby.
Okay. You gave Joe your limbs. So when somebody said like they give you a shirt off your back, you gave him the limbs off your legs, off your body.
Well, you can say I give them to Joe, but ultimately, I really feel like I give them to the animals and Joe. But yes.
Okay. Well, Joe, well, I mean, I'm so blown away. I'm really speechless, but right now I'm just trying to process you doing the meat run, the guy taking the tools, taking the cash, so you do this run, right? And you guys owned the refrigerated truck?
Correct.
Or you leased it or something? Okay.
It was always.
And then, so I can't even imagine. And how big is this loop you're making for the 23 Walmarts? I mean, the gas alone for that.
I mean, Oklahoma City is a pretty big facility. We went to Oklahoma City, Midwest City. We even went to Ardmore. We did Ardmore loop too. So, it was a pretty big route.
Wow. So just the gas to go get the meat. Now, I mean, I hate to get in the weeds, but I know that's what our listeners are going to want. You're driving the refrigerated truck. You've got no legs. You gave them to Joe and the cats. How do you do a meat run? I mean, are they like, oh man, we'll help you load these drums? Or are you loading are you bionic, Joe? Reinke, or what?
Doing it all. It's amazing.
Legs. You are literally loading and changing the meat containers.
Yeah.
And you have no legs.
I have amazing legs, and everybody likes them because I keep them dressed up.
Well, I mean, you are a good looking gentleman. I mean, I'm going to encourage everybody who's listening to this to watch on YouTube because you are, I don't know, sir, if you're between wives right now, but I'd like to throw my hat in the ring. But I mean, Lord have mercy. I mean, so you're in and out of the truck this whole time loading all this meat.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, my Lord in heaven. Okay. So you're working
There is
the
not a whole
job.
lot this meeting.
Obviously, that is the one obvious part about this whole story. Let me tell you. So how much would you during the day? Because I'm just fascinated. I've been obsessed with Tiger King since the moment that show came out. So how much time a day did you get to spend with Joe?
Earlier.
I mean, you got a lot of work to do. So you're not just kind of playing with Joe eating a pizza. I mean, he's not sitting. He's like a pogo stick.
Right. I actually lived at Joe's house, so in the evenings we got a lot of time to talk about what was going on at the zoo and everything. I'm not gay. He is gay. Everybody knows that. But they left me alone. They let me do my thing. But that's not what I meant by I live with Joe. I actually lived in a room at Joe's house.
I don't think station identification. Joe is John Reinke is not coming out on Every Day's a Trainwreck. He was not the gay lover of Joe Exotic at any point, as far as we know. He was not the lover of Carol Baskin. Hopefully one day again, I put my hat in the ring for John Reinke. Please watch on YouTube and Instagram. He is a good-looking gentleman, legless or not, I'd like to say. Okay, so you're hanging out at night. I mean, what is Joe like at night? Is he boozing and having dudes over? I mean, he's been married. If he's been married more than I have,
no, he's not. As far as dudes coming over, there were dudes there all the time. I used to call them puppies. It changed a lot, but
no.
Oh yeah. And
puppies, like meaning they weren't just like Uber delivery drivers. I mean, these were. Joe is getting his own meat delivery.
Oh yeah, definitely. So
you are kidding me. So he's got all
to know him, and
he's got all this energy running around for 20 hours a day or whatever. Then he's back with you, and he's got the puppies coming in. How did the puppies even? I mean, you guys are not in some major metropolis. I mean, you weren't in Manhattan. You guys were in freaking Oklahoma, right?
Right, but everybody knew who Joe Exotic was. His music was all over the state. He did a lot of great things with cats, but people, I'm sure I think it was Tinder he was on, so he had all them boys. And
he was not.
And I say boys.
On?
Yeah,
we're not implying he was doing anything illegal. No, I understand.
I never seen him with anything under probably 19 years old.
Anything under 19? Oh my!
Yeah, ever. And as far as the rumors go, he never did anything like that in front of me. I never seen any of that. 14 years old.
And you were living with him. You lost your marriage. You lost your legs. You lost your. If anybody's going to dish the dirt, it's going to be you. And you're saying there was nothing going on there.
Mm-hmm.
So he was. How in the world did this man have the energy to be on Tinder? I mean, he's not 16 years old. How old is Joe right now?
He is late 50s, I think. I'm 59, so he was around my age. So I can't remember how old he is, but
all right. So he's in his, let's say at that time he's in his 50s and he's on Tinder, right?
Yeah.
And he's just swiping right or left or whatever they do, and then he'd just say, come meet me at my zoo.
Yeah. He would meet up either at the zoo or he had a bar down the street too at one point, so he'd meet him down.
No,
that's where he met the famous Dylan. Was at the bar down the street. So yeah.
When you say he had a bar, was this like his pizza joint? Like he owned it?
No, it was actually he had it leased, and it was his, and it was down the street about 2 miles.
I missed my calling, man. I freaking was in the wrong. Okay, so Dylan. Okay, so let's talk about Dylan.
That's where he met Dylan. Yeah.
The famous Dylan. So tell us about Dylan.
He was young.
Yeah.
At the time, I think he was working at like a Applebee's or some kind of restaurant or something like that.
I think it was Applebee's.
And he had stopped by the restaurant. Joe says, "Come down here with me. I don't want to meet him alone." And so I got to meet him the first time Joe got to meet him.
Why did he want to meet him alone?
I don't know. It was, Joe has a different lifestyle, like everybody in Tiger King does, I guess. But Joe's was a little different. He only had a husband. He wanted to meet another one, have another husband. And
oh, that's right. Because who was he married to at the time?
At the time.
Travis. And Travis was a young, talk about a young pup. Travis was a young pup too, right?
Fresh from California, yeah.
Right. And so he was with
I picked Travis up. I picked him up when he flew in. Yeah, I picked him up from the bus station. Actually, he came in on a bus, and I picked
Travis came
Travis
in on
up.
a bus. Was Travis from Tinder too?
I don't know how he met Travis. I think one of our secretaries actually introduced him to Travis, and Travis
was
came
in
in.
California.
Yeah, he came in on the bus with his skateboard, and I said, "Oh Lord, son, what are you going to do with the skateboard?"
And
he said, "That's all I got." So yeah.
Okay, so wait a
I
minute.
love Travis. Travis was my favorite out of all of them.
Oh my. Okay. Again, so much. So Travis had Joe met Travis. Wait a second. And you might have even said this, and I'm so like dizzy here. So had Joe met Travis before Travis came out, or no? They had just corresponded via skateboard and pigeon mail.
They had just corresponded, yeah.
So Joe says to you, Tiger King says, John, put your meat truck down for a minute, and I want you, and you're going to go get Travis in his skateboard or whatever he's going to, his banana hammock, and you're going to meet him at the bus station.
Right.
Okay. So Travis gets on the bus from California to Oklahoma.
Yep.
Okay, I won't take a bus. I'm in California. I won't take a bus for a 5-minute ride. Just heads up. Let alone.
I feel you.
Okay, let alone, can I imagine heading to Oklahoma? So this Travis, he's a determined little snuggler, isn't he? I mean, that's a long ride. Yeah. Did Joe pay for the bus ticket? Do we know?
He did.
No. So Joe is a generous benefactor.
You have no idea.
Oh, do you Venmo him, or I wonder how that happened?
I'm sure.
I want to get
so whatever they had back then. I think it was PayPal.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, PayPal. Okay. Yeah. So he theoretically PayPal's Travis. Travis gets on the bus. He shows up. I'm assuming he's kind of dirty and rank and file, but right? You pick him up. He's got this PayPal. What was he wearing?
Good looking young guy. He's tall. Hell, he was as tall as me. And
how tall are you?
I'm 6'2" now. So
Jesus, Mary Joseph. Okay.
6'4", something like that. 6'5".
Oh, no wonder. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you pick
all the way.
You what?
Skater boy all the way.
Skater boy. Okay, so what was Travis wearing when you picked him up the bus? You remember?
It seemed like he was in jeans. Can't remember the shirt. I just remember the skateboard tucked under his arm and a backpack.
And a backpack. I'd love to know what's in that backpack.
And that was it.
Bag of condoms, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, could be. Condoms,
okay.
Maybe a little bit of weed. Who knows?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay, before that was legal. All right. So you pick Travis up, and you and is Joe with you, or no? You just get sent like some kind of Sherpa.
Yeah, he just says go pick Travis up at the bus stop. So that's what I did.
And how far is the bus stop from Joe's?
I think maybe 9 miles, maybe.
All right. So Joe is at home getting scrubbed up and cleaned up and cologned up, and you come in with Travis. And you present him to the king. You say, "Here is."
This is
and what is? And what did Joe do?
They just hit it off. They just started talking and then did their thing. So, I had a zoo to go run. I had to go. I had to go take care of animals and employees. So I just
John, you have more than one zoo you were running, love.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
One zoo you're
in the office, so they were safe in the office till they got to know each other. So
safe.
Travis never left. Travis never left from that day on.
What fell apart with Travis again? I mean, you're reminding me. I love Travis.
Well, everybody says it was suicide. Anytime you get shot in the head and you did it, it's a suicide. Travis was playing with a gun. And Travis didn't have a whole lot of respect for a gun, and he was young.
A surfer or whatever skateboarder.
I kept warning him. I said, "Look, you can't do that kind of stuff. It's going to bite you."
What was he doing? What was he doing?
He would play with it. Somebody told him that if he dropped the clip out of his gun, it would fire. And that's wrong. A gun will fire if one's in the chamber.
Right. This is like something up. This is like Rust set with Alec Baldwin, before.
Oh, okay. 2 weeks before his accident, he did that to me. He walked up to me and dropped the clip and pulled the trigger to me. And I said, if you ever do that again, I will kick your ass. You won't have to worry about a bullet doing it to you. I said, that's not how a gun operates. He says, it won't fire, Reinke. I said, you're wrong. It will fire.
Okay, pause. Wait a red hot minute. What is the attraction to I mean, you got cats to feed, you got meat runs to do. He's got, Tiger King in the bedroom. Why? What is he dropping? I mean, what is the attraction to this? Is it just he's got?
I think authority, because only a few of us had guns on the park. So I think authority. Joe let him carry a gun, so I think it was an authority type thing. I can't say that for sure, but I think that's what it was. And so he had a gun on him most of the time. So he just got careless. And
So he gets careless. How long had he been at the Tiger King Worldwide headquarters?
He'd been at the zoo for a long time. He'd been there for a while then at that point. When his accident happened. Months, maybe pushing a couple years. He was there for a little while.
And so when does it happen and who's around when his accident happened?
Okay, so the Lowe's had actually been part of the facility when this happened. They were in Las Vegas. And Travis was actually waiting for a package from them because they were supposed to send him some weed through the mail. And
now remind everybody who either needs a refresher course or who doesn't know who are the Lowe's. So bring everybody up to speed on that.
So Jeff is the guy that came and took over the zoo because Joe thought if he put it in somebody else's name, Carol wouldn't get it. So Jeff came, Joe put it in his name, and that's when all hell broke loose and Jeff Lowe took over. And it was a lot's come out since then about what's going on with the Lowe's and Carol being friended together, the whole setting Joe up thing. But the Lowe's were actually in Vegas, and Travis was in the office waiting to get package from the Lowe's, and he was playing with his gun in the corner. And there was another office guy in the office with him when Travis was playing with his gun, and it went off. And then again, back to the story. I had went home that weekend that this happened.
Oh, of course.
I hadn't even gotten home all the way when Joe called me ecstatic, because Joe wasn't on the property when it happened either. So Joe was ecstatic. I couldn't understand him. I just knew something was. So I turned around, hauled ass back to the zoo, and walked into a shit show. Joe had collapsed on the front porch. That's when
Joe Exotic had collapsed.
Yeah, he was at Walmart when it happened, so he drove back hysterical.
Was he on a meat? He was on a meat run too, or he was he was just shopping.
He was just doing shopping.
And
he had to hurry back to the news that Travis had shot himself in the office. And when I showed up, Joe was cast out on the porch. I had to gather my bearings to see what was going on. They had it locked down like a homicide because somebody else was actually in the office with them when it happened. But we actually have footage of it on the security cameras. There's footage somewhere of what took place. You couldn't see Travis, what happened. All you could hear was the pop, and you could see Josh Dial, that reaction to Josh Dial when it happened. It pretty much messed him up pretty good. He wasn't cold-hearted like me. Stuff like that doesn't bother me.
Stuff like people shooting themselves in the head?
I don't know. I'm just cold-hearted. Death doesn't bother me at all. I don't know why.
Oh my, okay.
I was gone when Seth got the arm ripped off. I was gone when the leopards got out. I was gone when the bears got out. Every time I went home, something went wrong.
Well, maybe you're not the nice guy we thought you were here. I mean, something sounds a little suspicious. I don't know. Maybe he's investigating wrong. You might have made a meat delivery on time, but there's a lot happening here when you seem to be off the clock.
Yeah.
Okay, so, oh my God, there's so many things here. Okay, so Travis, so when you got back, was Travis alive or no? He was dead on arrival.
Already deceased. He was dead when I got there. He was dead when the EMTs and stuff showed up.
And so Joe is hysterical.
Yeah.
And passed out. So do you tend to Joe, or you go deal with Travis, or you deal with the 911 caller, or you deal with the media? Who are you dealing with it? Who are you in charge of?
I had to deal with everything. I had to deal with the cops, the EMTs. I literally had to take care of everything and make sure Joe was okay. So it's
what?
Every time something happened, it was a shit show. I promise you. Even with the same thing,
you don't need to promise me. I can just seeing your face. I can. Okay, so this happens, and I mean, I beg your pardon, not having a lot to do with hazmat and crime scenes. I mean, who do you call? Like, I mean, Roto-Rooter to clean it up? Do you go back to Walmart and buy the bleach? How does one clean this situation up?
Who do you think that
Okay, so are you kidding me? You're telling me you mopped up Travis's brains? And did you feed him to the cats? What do you do?
No, the biggest thing was he didn't have hollow points in his gun, thank God. It was just a regular bullet and just went in and came out. So all I had to clean up was blood.
Okay, wait, can you explain a little bit more? What is it? What's the difference between solid bullets and hollow bullets?
A hollow point goes in and makes a big exit. A regular bullet goes in and comes out through a small hole, same hole it goes in. So Travis's head was all still intact. He just lost a lot of blood. But so I just had to clean up blood, which was bad enough, but it was easier than cleaning up mines.
And then where do you dispose them? You don't put them in a dumpster. You have a barrel?
I just put them in a dumpster. There's all kinds of stuff in there. I just threw it away. Cleaned it up with tools and stuff and bleach and stuff, and then just threw it away. Cut out the carpet, threw it away.
Oh, okay. Does Travis have next of kin? Who do I identify?
He did. He had a couple kinfolk that he was close to, but most of his family had ousted him just because he didn't know if he wanted to be gay or straight. And, and you learn that a lot with the gay community. A lot of the people that worked there were ousted by their family that didn't want nothing to do with them anymore, so they were on their own. So Joe would hire them.
Wow. Yeah. So that's a whole, Joe was kind of like LGBT.
Whole another story, yeah.
Whole other, wow. So it would be the boyfriend, and then would he just keep him on to just sort of keep him in his job?
Not necessarily the boyfriend. He would hire him if they had, we had lesbians there too, and their family ousted them. They didn't have nowhere to go. They needed to be somewhere. Joe would give them a place, give them a roof over their head, pay their utilities, and give them a job.
Wow. How many people would be? This sounds like summer. It sounds like a tragic, somewhat horror show, the summer camp. But how many people?
13, maybe 15 people there.
And they are living there, or how many are there working there?
Yes, they live in and working. If they lived there, they worked there.
Did they ever hook up while they were there?
Some of them did. Some of them did. It's kind of hard to stop all that. As a business owner, it's hard to stop inside hooking up. But we frowned upon it, but it happened. There's nothing you can do about it.
Well, yeah. Okay. Did any of the lesbians switch teams? That's what everybody's going to want to know. Any lesbians convert?
I don't recall of any of the lesbians switching teams.
Wow. Yeah. So, all right. So Travis, unfortunately, goes night-night. He ends up in a dumpster. Joe is devastated. How long is Joe devastated?
A long time, actually. I still have some of the memorial that he made of Travis. He built a big memorial of him right outside the gift shop. I actually have one of the lanterns off of that. Since Joe was incarcerated, I've managed to gather up a couple things of Joe so they don't get sold on eBay or get traded. Yeah. Like the bullet hole, the piece of metal that had the bullet hole in the office.
Yeah.
Jeff sold it to that Vargas guy that has that macabre museum in Las Vegas. Yeah, like I can't think of his Zach. Is it Zach Vargas or something like that? He has a macabre museum in Las Vegas of stuff, and he bought a bunch.
He's got the metal bullet thing where Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you got the lanyard. You collected the stuff to protect it for Joe.
Correct.
Okay, and so he's devastated, but at some point he goes back to Tinder. Well, now, by the way, he's devastated, but he never tries to hit on you while he's mourning, correct?
Everybody knew I was straight. The USDA inspectors also knew I was straight, so it was kind of a running joke with them. So
why was it a running joke with them? Were they gay too?
I made a comment one day. The USDA inspector tried to write me up because my fence was leaning real bad. It was crooked.
Your fence?
And I looked at her and I told her, I said, look, you're going to complain about my fence. I'm the only straight thing on this entire shift. And you want to complain about my crooked fence. And she died laughing. And you know what? She didn't wrap me up.
I cannot.
She just told me to fix the fence.
The onion. I'm peeling this onion. This is the best damn onion I've ever unpeeled in my life. Honest.
There's another episode here. I can promise you.
John, as I say, here's the thing. Quite frankly, this could just be Tiger King radio. As far as I'm concerned, I could just interview you and freaking Joe for the rest of my life. Like, what are you doing later? Okay. Well, presumably she wasn't a lesbian, so maybe she wanted another piece of John Reinke.
Who knows?
Okay, so oh my lord, the fence. Okay, so the fence isn't crooked. So at some point, what Joe goes back on Tinder? What happened?
Yeah, he just he had his way of hooking up and meeting people, and I'm pretty sure it was on the internet.
Oh,
And
that's right. We were where we got stuck, or where I got stuck in train wrecked us is when you mentioned he was at. You guys were at the bar that.
Well,
So Joe also owns a zoo, a pizza place now, and a bar, right?
correct.
Okay, he's lost his lover.
Yeah, he's lost his
To
mind
go-
at that point because we didn't need a bar. Yeah,
So wait a second. Who did he meet at the bar again?
he met up with Dylan at the bar. That's where we met for the first time. So
Okay, no wait. And Dylan, I'm so okay. Dylan came from Tinder too, or no?
he came from they met online, and he came from the Metroplex somewhere, this Oklahoma City Metroplex somewhere. I can't remember which city.
Okay.
But he brought a friend with him also to be safe, just to make sure he was safe and all. And I'm pretty sure that's why I was with Joe. So
And you and
you don't know what
he
you
didn't.
meet up with.
Okay, so the four of you are having lunch or having a drink at the bar, right? What would Joe wear to these dates?
He would dress up, but he wore. Joe didn't go anywhere without his guns. He always had his guns on, and
Guns, plural.
plural. Yeah, he always carried two guns. He carried two revolvers. He still lived in the
Okay,
old days.
because Oklahoma is an open carry state, right?
Yes.
All right, so Joe's got his revolvers. He's dressed up. Does he have the mullet at this time?
Oh, always.
Always. Okay, so he's got a mullet. Is he in sort of a, paint the picture again? Is he in sort of a sleeveless ensemble at this point?
Yep.
Or
He always wore sleeves. It was a like a Western shirt, like a plaid looking Western shirt.
wow, that's
But he
okay.
had
I do remember those from the show. So it's
Yeah.
sort of a collared shirt. I mean, he could have
Yes.
gone to the country club.
Yes.
Annandale and Pasadena would have welcomed him. Okay,
Yes.
so all right, so and he wears jeans a lot, right?
He wears jeans a lot. Yes. Yeah, you don't see him in shorts.
Yeah. Why is that? Does he have bad
I don't know.
legs?
He just never wore shorts.
Well, we did see him in a couple banana hammocks, didn't
Yeah,
we recall from this
that
show?
doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
Okay. So you all four meet, right? And how does it work? Is it like you two chaperones once you realize that he and Dylan are getting along, you two sort of go to another booth or what?
Not, we actually stayed there for quite a while. We ate supper, and then I had to go back and close the facility, so I actually left. But Dylan's friend stayed with them, and then they ended up staying the night at the zoo. Him and Dylan and his friend stayed there.
Was there a threesome or we don't know?
I don't know. I think they stayed in the extra room, but I can't confirm it. But
Yeah, you can neither confirm nor deny, John. Confirm nor deny. All right.
Correct.
Okay, so that that's even better. Okay, so then how long was he with Dylan?
Not very long at all. Dylan was in the picture 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months. All hell broke loose.
And that didn't end well, right?
It didn't end well. It actually is still very because Dylan got a hold of all Joe's stuff and sold it all to the producers and all Joe's hard drives. And it turned pretty ugly. So, yeah.
So why did Dylan turn on Joe? Because do you think the end was coming, or he got greedy, or
I think once Joe went to jail, I think Dylan was pretty much done with him. And then, Dylan's on OnlyFans. He made a bunch of money. Yeah, so
Dylan is on OnlyFans.
Yeah, he had an OnlyFans account. The Lowe's have an OnlyFans account.
Are
you have an OnlyFans?
Serious, right? John, you're the one that should have an OnlyFans account because I'm telling you, anybody gets a look at it. I mean, you got some beautiful teeth. It's a little difficult to see, kind of but I mean,
I don't have enough.
Good-looking gentleman.
I don't have a big enough package to be on OnlyFans, so that's not good.
Well, you never know. OnlyFans, supposedly, there's all kinds. I mean, people I think are cooking and stuff on OnlyFans.
I have 3 nubs, but
oh my goodness gracious! Okay, well,
somewhere.
there is this stuff. There's a story everywhere here. Again, John, what are you doing later this afternoon? We'll tape later. Okay, so didn't Dylan run off to Mexico then or something? Or no, is he still?
He went to Florida. He was in Florida a lot. Trying to put this other AirPod in, so lose it all.
Oh yeah, we can't not afford Florida, as you know.
he went
Yeah.
to Florida. He spent a lot of time in Florida, and to my knowledge, he's still in Florida somewhere.
Wow.
But he's doing
Is
his
he under an
thing.
assumed name, I wonder?
I know.
Or no, he's on OnlyFans. All right.
I think it's still Dylan Passage, I believe. So
Dylan Passage, that's right,
yeah,
because
that's where the
Joe
passage come
took
from.
his last name for a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dylan goes night-night, and then Joe is incarcerated, and did he have I know, obviously got married like a year ago, but did he have somebody in between Dylan and this husband? I thought he
I
did.
believe so. That was it. He got picked up when he was with
Okay.
Dylan. Joe got picked up in Florida.
Oh, right.
Dylan.
Now remind everybody how he got picked up.
Yeah, he was actually going to work. He was the nurse assistant or something like that. They used to call them candy strippers. I don't know what they call them now.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know it's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
they
think he
did
was
call him.
doing that. I think that's what he was doing at the time. But he was getting ready to go to work, and as he was walking into work, the FBI surrounded him and took him into custody.
Wow. And we don't think that now that we know that Dylan was selling all his stuff on eBay, I mean, we don't think that Dylan called the FBI.
I don't trust any of them anymore. I have zero trust in anybody to tell you what I repeat.
Yeah. Are you friends with anybody? I mean, it's like,
Saf, I speak to Saf every now and then, the one that lost the
Yeah.
arm. I
Yeah.
haven't talked to Saf in years now. Everybody's pretty much distanced themselves from everybody. John Finley, I can't talk to him without talking to an attorney. I don't know what he's hiding. But they told me I had to talk to his attorney to talk to him. I'm still living my life. I still take care of big cats. I'm still.
Oh, you do? Where do you take the big cat?
I do. In the wintertime, I go babysit circus cats in Oklahoma. So that way the circus people can go on their vacations and stuff. So I actually take care of some cats.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So they get a break, and then they know it's safe for you.
World, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So how much time do you spend a year doing that?
4.5 months. I leave in November.
4.5 months?
Yes, I stay up there 4.5 months with them. I'll never leave them. That's probably what made me cold-hearted. If anybody in my family dies, I can't leave them cats for 4.5 months. So I can't go to a funeral. I can't go see the family. I'm stuck there. So I commit to that every year. So yeah.
Holy cow. Now that's the documentary we got to see. So, wow. I mean, that's amazing. And then what do you do the rest of the 7.5 months of the year?
Stay busy. And I got a sign printer that I try and do part-time. I work for a dealership, Lipscomb Power Sports and Lipscomb Auto here in my local town.
Oh, okay. You got your shirt. So let's say again, it's called Lipscomb.
This is Lipscomb Power Sports. And Pruitt Ford is another dealership he owns. I help all of them. If they need something, they call me. Hey, can you help us out with this? And I just go do that. And
that's in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's in Texas, actually, right on the border of Oklahoma. Yep.
Wow.
I am just a mile from Oklahoma.
Okay, and what is your and everybody's got to look at this on YouTube because you've got, is it Bigfoot or Sasquatch or who's behind you there?
I do. I have a metal Sasquatch back there, but I have a compound here in my town called Burke Burnett. I have pet kangaroos, so I keep them inside my compound here and take care of my kangaroos. Yeah. So
kangaroos aren't in the house, though, are they?
They do go in the house. They wear diapers. They're in the house. They can come and go as they please. I'm all about my animals, so I take my animals serious.
Do they have names, the kangaroos?
They do. I have Kyle and Kenny right now, or Kevin.
Kyle.
I'm getting a Kenny. So I have Kyle, Kevin, and Kenny before the summer's over. So, but I have two.
May I ask why they all have K names?
I just started with that.
K for kangaroo?
K for kangaroo is called the Reinke Roo Ranch. So I just decided to keep all their names with a K. So
Reinke Roo, and Rinky's got a K in it. So Reinke Roo, Kyle the kangaroo, Kevin the kangaroo, and Kenny.
Yep.
Okay. Oh my goodness, sir, you got a lot going on. And then you do signs. What kind of signs do you do?
I do. I have a sign printing business that I did part time. I have race cars. So I lettered race cars. I used to pay to letter my race car, and I refuse to do that anymore. So I bought a printer, and I do my own race car, and I try and do a few side jobs to help pay for the printer because it wasn't cheap. So
yeah. So what is it? One of those like laser cut vinyl situations?
Yeah. Well, it's a knife cut, but it's actually a laser printer. So I can print. I can do billboards if I wanted to. It's a 54-inch printer, and I just elect to stay small and just do small things.
And so do you have an Etsy shop, or how can people get stuff
I
printed from
don't,
you?
I don't put anything online. I didn't feel that I could sell stuff like this is what COVID taught me to do. I made my own cups because I did some Comic Cons and stuff, and I had to have merchandise to sell, and I didn't know what to do. So me and my
Well,
wife
I
now,
need a
we
cup
decided to
that
make up.
doesn't. I need a cup that doesn't say "I love New York." I need a cup that says "Every day's a train wreck." Can you make me a cup and we'll Venmo you?
I bet I bet we can do something like that. Maybe like a
Hey,
wine
let's
cup or something like
yes.
that.
Or let's even start. We can start with a mug, since every time I'm drinking coffee, let's start with that. Hey, listen, John, that's your OnlyFans angle. I'm telling you, you should do an OnlyFans combined with sign making.
You know?
I mean, you could. Well, I do. I mean, I'm the businesswoman here. I mean, you could. Wow.
And
Okay.
this Carol she got to join Dancing with the Stars. She got
Oh,
what 250, 300,000 to shake her ass on. I could have shook my wiener.
did she get paid that much? Did she get paid that much?
Because she made it past the first. I don't even know how she made it past the first episode, but every episode she made it past the pay rate, it went up higher. I would have shook my wiener for $250,000. I can promise you. We made zero money off Net. I made zero money off Netflix. Some of these guys made money.
Okay, listen. It is my mission. I told this to Joe. I will tell you. I am trying to right that wrong. I don't care if it's signs, wizards, OnlyFans. How in the hell I am going to help you and Joe Exotic make some cash here, because you have not stopped smiling this whole time. And Lord, I mean, you're cleaning up almost brains, everything. I mean, so where is Carol these days? I mean, again, I don't even know. Oh, well,
Yeah.
oh my, you are the laundress, huh?
You don't have enough time on this. Yeah.
I don't. That's why I promise you're coming back. Okay, so now I'm not even worried about getting to all my questions that I have, because I haven't barely gotten to any of them.
People don't know this, but when Joe got sued federally by Carol Baskin, I got sued federally by Carol Baskin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I had to fight that fight by myself because I didn't have $60,000 to give an attorney to fight for me in federal court. So I did it all on my own. And
okay, so wait, so legalese here. I mean, okay, so how can people help you? Do you have a Venmo account, or do you have a GoFundMe or something?
I got all that stuff, but I mean, I don't need that way. I don't need that kind of help. I'm a survivor. I will.
Well, I know you're a survivor, but can't we put something in the coffer? I mean, and you send them some, some merch.
Willing to take it.
I'm going to send you some money. Give us your Venmo. I'm going to send you some money. And then, hey, listen, anybody else that sends you some money, maybe you send them an Every Day's a Train Wreck mug of whatever of their choice. You can help us go viral with that. How's that? So what's your Venmo?
Yeah.
What's your Venmo? And then, people can Google you with your last name, Reinke. And so that's what we're going to do. People can send you something, and then you send them a mug or some stickers or whatever to put on their. You're gonna be in charge of the Every Day's a Train Wreck merch.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that.
And Facebook, Instagram's John Reinke King. It's pretty easy.
Okay, that's pretty easy. Remember, it's Reinke. Okay, yeah, there, and they can message you. Can send the link.
Nope.
Okay, and then Facebook. What are you on Facebook?
John Reinke on Facebook. So just message me.
Okay, well, we're gonna be friends if we're not after this. I know you've been communicating with Derek on my team, but I want to make sure you have my number. Now, how often do you get to talk to Joe?
I talk to Joe quite a bit. People ask me that all the time. He stays in communication with me because I'm the only one that stood by him all the way from the zoo. And I still stand by. Right. He should not be in there for threatening to kill somebody.
No.
I mean, it's retarded. You're right. 21 years. I mean, that's crazy. But
that is insane.
It's nuts.
And we just heard that he did lose his appeal, right?
I have no idea how, with all the new evidence that has come out. I mean, he's being wrong.
And so
animal rights people, I can promise you, and Carol. Carol still shows up to his appeal hearings and his stuff like that, boo-hooing because she just can't live anymore without looking over her shoulder thinking Joe's going to kill her, which is crap because Joe never would kill her.
What in the world?
Yeah.
Well, Joe was busy on Tinder. I mean, now that we know all this, I don't know how Joe had 10 seconds to have a pizza or beer or anything else. I mean, between running all those businesses and then, Okay, so wait, where does Carol live? Is she still in Oklahoma?
She's in Tampa, Florida. Wasn't even in the same state as Joe.
Oh.
Yeah, and still in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
And
Is she still doing that? Hello, kitty cats.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, kitty cats.
I don't think I'm allowed to say it, but it's here, all you cats. And,
yeah. Okay.
I don't think I'm allowed to say it.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to say Carol and her last name either together.
Okay. Well, I don't want to get you. That's the last thing I need is to get you in trouble. All right. Well, when will you talk to Joe? When will you talk to Joe again?
Soon, hope. He just had surgery. I don't know what happened to his feet, but he had surgery on his feet, and now the spot's back on his lungs again. So, or on his ribs.
No.
Which will move to his lungs. So I'm trying to keep tabs on that. I talk to him usually, if not twice a week, more. So we stay in communication.
Okay. Let him know that, we've got this business that we're working on of fire prevention products. That's a whole other thing. But anyway, we've got 3 interns for that entity who are in charge of the social media. They have done a very good job with these teasers for Joe's podcast. And we are promoting it. And please tell him we send him our best. We so appreciate the interview. We so appreciate the interview with you. We're going to keep trying. We know he needs a pardon from President Trump.
Yes.
And so we're going to make an appeal for that. Yeah, let's get that appeal. Yeah, we need a pardon just like the Chrisleys. So
hashtag Donald Trump.
Okay.
Hashtag free Joe Exotic. Whether you like Joe or
hashtag,
he needs out of there.
Okay, so maybe you could add that when somebody sends you a little donation or when you send my merch, you could have the free Joe Exotic, please, because I'll use it. I'll use the mug and by the way, I have my shakes usually, so you could give me some stickers for that. And in fact, if you want to send some extras, I'll be happy to pay for them, and we can send them out to our listener. Maybe we'll do a raffle or. Oh, you're a sweetheart. Well, John, we have taken enough of your time. I mean, this might have been one of the best days of my life. So, I cannot thank you enough. Well, that's what I told you at the beginning. You guys, we do a little pre-chat ahead of time. And I said, I'm going to have all these things and it's going to go in a totally different direction. I got so stuck on Tinder and Dylan and everybody. So that's a guarantee. If you will, John, reach out to Derek. I'll have Derek reach out to you. I'm going to talk to him in a minute. So we will schedule your follow-up and then promise Joe, because I know he's going to say, did you cover this? Did you cover that? Just let him know. We are going to keep the story going. We are going to keep at it. And please come back on the show. And once again, how can everybody find you? They can find you, Joe Reinke, Reinke, Tiger King on Instagram.
John Reinke, Tiger King.
John Reinke.
Yeah. John Reinke on Facebook. And I have a TikTok account too, so you can look up John Reinke on there.
What's your TikTok account?
Yeah.
John Reinke, probably.
It's the real John Reinke, I think is what it's under.
Okay. And do you post regularly on TikTok?
I was posting quite a bit. Yeah, I do quite a bit when I'm with the animals. If I'm around, I get the opportunity to see different animals now, which is awesome. So I spend time with some giraffes. But when I'm with my cats in the wintertime, I post a lot. And when I'm jacking with kangaroos in the yard, I post a lot.
Can I come see you in those kangaroos? God, that's what I'd love to do. I'd love to do a live podcast with those.
Never have, I promise.
Kenny, Kyle, and Kazoo. What's the third one? Kevin. John, again, I can't thank you enough. We will have you back. And everybody, if this was not your favorite episode next to Joe Exotic, I don't know what was. But my life is transformed doing these podcasts. And this is Marley Major. You can find me on at the Party Goddess. And I hope you please subscribe to the podcast. Please rank it 5 stars if you are so inclined. Leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And reach out to John Reinke. And John, you know what? I vote you for Dancing with the Stars. I'm going to see who I can get in touch with the Dancing with the Stars. And I would like to. There's a crowd favorite.
That's a nice page.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, again, I might be in charge of your OnlyFans. I only take 10%. Maybe 8 because you're such a nice guy. Okay. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for listening. And don't forget to tune in next week to Every Day's a Train Wreck.